Hello and welcome to the BS Academy channel. I recorded this video on the IQ option broker, but you can try it on any broker you prefer. Personally, I prefer to work with the quotex broker, but some of you have suggested that it would be better to record videos on different brokers, so I did. Anyway, let's move on to the new tutorial. Okay, if you are logging into IQ option for the first time, you'll see the chart like this. The first thing you need to do is change the chart to candlesticks. Click on this section to select candlesticks and set the time frame to 5 minutes. One thing you need to be careful about is that if this option is selected and set this way, the time frame changes with zooming, so do not select this. Alright, the chart's time frame is set to 5 minutes, and for this strategy we need 2 indicators, 1 MACD and 3 moving averages, making a total of 4 indicators. And to open the indicators, as you know, go to the indicators section, then to the moving average section, and select the moving average. Set the period of the first moving average to 6. Select the type of moving average as SMA, and I choose blue for its color, but you can select any color you prefer. I also increase the line thickness so that you can see it better in the image. Alright, again from the same section, add the second moving average and set its period to 14. This one should also be selected as SMA. For this one I choose yellow, but you can select any color you like. Alright, let's add the third moving average. Set the period of this one to 26, select SMA, and I choose red for its color. And I'll increase the thickness of this one a bit so you can see it better. So far we have added 3 moving averages. Now we need to add a MACD oscillator, which we can also select from this section. We'll leave the MACD settings as default, and I'll increase the line thickness a bit so you can see it better. And also its signal line. I'll set its signal line to red so it's more noticeable. Alright, our MACD is now set up. Great! And now I want to explain a few important points. First, the red moving average, which is the third moving average we added with a period of 26, indicates the overall trend of the chart. In other words, it shows the main trend. And with its help, I can understand when to wait for a bullish signal and when to wait for a bearish signal. By looking at this red line, I can determine when to open a buy trade and when to open a sell trade. So, whenever this red line is above the 2 yellow and blue lines, I wait for a bullish signal. I should definitely open a buy trade in such cases. Even if a bearish signal appears, but the red line is above the other 2 lines, I won't trade. Everything needs to be in alignment. First, try to execute this trade in a stable market. The distance between these 3 moving averages should be appropriate, and like here, the lines should not be overlapping. This way, you can get more reliable signals. The general rule is that whenever the blue moving average crosses the yellow moving average, exactly from the point of the cross, we open a 5-minute trade. In which direction? As I mentioned earlier, based on the red line. Whenever the red line is below the other 2 lines, I'm waiting for a bearish signal. So if you look here, the red line is below the blue and yellow lines, and here the blue line has crossed the yellow line from above to below. And you can see that several candles have turned red. If I had opened a 5-minute trade exactly at the point of the cross, either at the open of this candle or even the next one, it would have been successful. And my trade would have closed with a profit. And similarly here, if you look, the red line is below the other 2 lines, and the blue line has crossed the yellow line from top to bottom. You can see that 3 candles have turned red. Conversely, if the red line is above the other lines, and this cross happens, I can get a bullish signal like here. In this instance, the red line was above the other two lines and we were waiting for a bullish signal. Here, the blue line crossed the yellow line from below to above, and you can see the market went up afterward. I could have entered a trade after this red candle, and my trade would have closed with a profit. So that was the general rule of the strategy. But what is the purpose of MACD? Let me give you an example here. If you look closely, wherever the blue line crosses the yellow line, there is also a cross on the MACD about 1 or 2 candles earlier. This means I need to see the cross on the MACD first. For example, here, exactly on the MACD oscillator, the blue line crosses the red line. And after 1 or 2 candles, this cross happens on the moving average. And I am almost certain that a trend change is occurring. Additionally, the red line is above the blue and yellow lines, indicating an upward trend. Now, if I want to examine other areas, look here. The red line is below the blue and yellow lines. Then, here the MACD crosses, meaning the blue line crosses the red line from above to below. And exactly on the chart, you see that 1 or 2 candles later, the cross happens on the moving average and the price becomes bearish. We could easily profit here. Make sure to pay attention to this point. Such areas are not very suitable for trading. Look, on the MACD, the blue and red lines are overlapping, and here the lines are close and constantly touching each other, so the cross does not happen correctly. An area like this is ideal. The distance between the lines is acceptable, the MACD cross is clearly visible, and then, 1 or 2 candles later, the moving average cross happens. We can see the downtrend follows, and we could easily make a profit. I will try to make several trades for you and open them on different charts. I will provide you with the videos of these trades afterward. As you can see here, it looks like the MACD is giving us a signal, and we will likely get a good trading opportunity in the next 1 or 2 candles. One important point that I forgot to mention is that our trade duration should also be 5 minutes. This means that both the time frame of our chart should be set to 5 minutes, and the duration of our trades should also be 5 minutes. Here, I will wait to see if the breakout happens or not. The breakout on the MACD is almost complete. As I mentioned, when the MACD gives us this signal, the cross usually happens on the moving averages within 1 or 2 candles afterward. I will wait here, and if it's a suitable opportunity, I will make the trade. While waiting for this cross to happen, I will check other charts to see if they have suitable opportunities as well. Alright, as you can see, the MACD cross occurred, and 2 candles later the cross happened on the moving averages. After the candle that formed after this moving average cross closed, I entered the trade on the next candle. My trade ended up being profitable. Dear friends, to make sure you don't miss any of our videos, please subscribe to the BS Academy channel. Also, activate the notification bell so that you are informed as soon as we publish new videos. Thank you for your support.